Your WXXV News 25 forecast first. Powered by Mississippi Power.
Well, folks, it's cold. I didn't have to tell you much about that as the temperatures change, though. 45 at 11 o'clock. By the way, you're going to be waking up to temperatures in the mid-30s. There are a lot of you. Beachfront, maybe about 38 or so. Some inland spots could see a freeze. Widespread frost concerns are not necessarily on the table with winds being elevated. That's forecast first. The WXXV News 25 starts right now.
Mississippi students 4th through 12th grade compete in the Mississippi Stock Market Game. We'll have more coming up. Plus, we have this year's Heat for the Holidays winner. We'll introduce you to the lucky couple.
The black and gold are riding high. We take you to the Superdome for highlights of the New Orleans Saints victory over the New York Giants.
Your news live right now. WXXV News 25.
Good evening and welcome to News 25 at 10 o'clock. I'm Buhring.
And I'm Trey Tonnessen. Attention, all last-minute gift givers. Shipping companies across the country are warning you to send your package as soon as possible.
Or run the risk of ending up with nothing under the tree on Christmas morning. Madison Alworth is at a DHL facility with more.
If you still need to get presents out before Christmas, I have good news and bad news. Good news, you still have time. Bad news, it's going to cost you. At this point, you will need to do some sort of priority shipping. If you go the FedEx route, you will need to do the 2-day freight shipping. You can even ship up until December 22nd if you're willing to pay same-day shipping. When it comes to UPS, you're getting dangerously close to the last day of shipping there. You'll need to get packages out by December 21st. And if you want to send your mail via the good old United States Postal Service, today is the last day you can send via Priority Mail Service. Any later, and you will need to pay for the Priority Mail Express service. Many of those packages passing through DHL facilities like the one I'm in right now. What's new this year is the robotic arm that is helping to sort packages. This is her first Christmas working, and she's helping her human coworkers that definitely have their work cut out for them. I'm here with Ken, the general manager of this facility. So we're taking a look at the robotic arm. How many packages can it manage per hour?
Madison, this machine can handle 1,500 pieces per hour.
Which sounds like so much, but a human working on the line, how many are they managing per hour?
They can manage 1,875 pieces per hour.
Okay, so the robot's helping out, but not quite as good as its human coworker so far, but definitely helping, and you guys have your work cut out for you. How many packages pass through this facility from Black Friday through Christmas?
From Black Friday through Christmas, 10.3 million pieces per hour.
It's a lot of Christmas presents. Ken, thank you so much. So there you have it. We are definitely in those final days of shipping when it comes to the Christmas holiday. You still have time, but you definitely do not want to wait any longer.
Twice a year, Mississippi students 4th through 12th grades can compete in the Mississippi Stock Market Game.
This game is a simulation of a real market and gives students the opportunity to dive into the world of finance and investment. One team, made up of 4 8th graders, began with $100,000 to invest in the simulation over a 13-week period.
By the time the game ended, the students doubled their assets and outperformed the S&P 500 by 22%. They placed second in the middle school division. Not too bad of an afternoon, but it's cold now.
Now it's dropped off. It was really nice. I would even consider it top tier day, but now it's like, what's going on, man? But I know who has the answers.
Trey, just when the sun goes away and it's cold, yeah, that's what happens. Yeah, it is starting to get cold out there right now, though. Temperatures not comfortable. 48 degrees Gulfport. Clear skies. Combine that with still fairly light winds under 10 miles per hour. I mean, temperatures will still keep falling down. 48 turns to 35 out the door in your St. Patrick Catholic High School bus stop forecast. Excuse me, as you head home, 56 degrees, still breezy. Kids will maybe shed a layer, but that's about it.
A major winter storm is threatening to cause some travel chaos for millions of Americans this week.
Brian Yennis has more from LaGuardia Airport in New York.
Heading home for the holidays isn't as easy as it sounds, especially with a major winter storm barreling up the East Coast. Flooding and high winds disrupting early holiday travel, threatening to have a ripple effect across the entire country as folks gear up for what could be a record-breaking season. AAA predicts airports will be busier than ever this year. More than 7.5 million air travelers expected, including plenty of families with small kids.
Our usual day-to-day involves, meals and naps. You have to take that template and move it over into another location.
It is stressful. It is, little kids, personalities, tantrums.
The TSA is advising folks to get to the airport at least 2 hours in advance this year, and some airports are stepping up with new entertainment options, giving travelers a reason to stick around and wait for the flights.
We have both carolers, other musicians, and even circus acts that are both on the gate area, behind past security, and then on the curbside area once you get to the airport.
But this is also a test for airlines, including Southwest, which was hit with a $140 million fine on Monday for stranding millions of passengers last year, and United, which could be facing staffing shortages after thousands of its flight attendants hit the picket lines last week.
Corporate greed has got to go.
It's still not clear how much this storm will affect flights for today, but flood watches are now in effect for some 60 million people.
All right, Trey, what do you get
Here
when you
we
have
go.
a polar bear,
All right.
Santa Claus, and the Grinch all in one place?
You gotta be kidding me. I don't know, polar bears, Santa Claus, and the coast? I'm going holiday related, Lori.
That's correct, Trey, because in Ocean Springs today, the new Coca-Cola Santa truck was making its stops around the city of Discovery, spreading some holiday cheer. Friends, families, and patrons alike had the opportunity to make everlasting memories with the world-famous Coca-Cola polar bear, the Grinch, and Santa Claus. And Trey, I need the Grinch to come to the studio because I still have yet to meet my favorite Christmas character.
Yeah, I want to meet him too. I love that smile he does.
I know, I do too. Guests were able to experience the magic of the Coke Caravan, tell Santa what's on their wish list, and take pictures with a Coca-Cola polar bear. Also in Ocean Springs this morning, we were able to surprise one lucky couple with a new heating and air system for their home.
This was so fun. This system is part of our annual Heat for the Holidays giveaway. The giveaway is now in its 8th year, and our partners, Geiger Heating and Air, will handle all the installation and work for Janice and Bruce Moles. They'll receive a day and night HVAC system supplied by Ferguson HVAC.
The crew at Geiger says the past 9 years have been so rewarding, especially ahead of the holidays, and the Moles family was so surprised when they heard that knock on their door today. For the second year in a row, Merit Health Biloxi has made a donation to Back Bay Mission.
Previously, Merit Health would give gifts to healthcare workers. Those providers asked that the money for their gifts be donated to a local organization impacting the city.
Little did they know that Back Bay Mission would be using the money to help unsheltered and low-income individuals get the medical care they need. This $2,000 will be used to pay for co-pays, medication, and other emergency medical expenses. Texas Governor Greg Abbott signed a new border bill into law today, one that makes crossing illegally into Texas a state crime.
CNN's Rosa Flores has more on the new law that will not only test a state's power, but the country's strained immigration system.
Inaction has decimated America.
With the stroke of a pen, Texas Governor Greg Abbott signed into law what the ACLU dubs one of the most radical anti-immigrant bills ever passed by any state.
Senate Bill 4 is now law in the state of Texas.
SB 4 creates a new state crime for illegal entry into Texas, gives local police the power to arrest, and judges the power to remove violators.
But the problem is far more than just numbers.
After multiple attempts, the controversial measure passed a Republican-led legislature.
It's un-American.
I can't drive. But not without a fight by the Democratic minority that erupted into this on the House floor.
Y'all don't understand the y'all do hurts our community.
After Republicans cut debate short.
And y'all don't understand that. Y'all don't live in our skin.
That is Texas State Representative Armando Wally from Houston.
¿Cómo estás, brother?
An American with Mexican roots. He says he fears SB 4 will lead to the racial profiling of Latinos across Texas.
Why do we, and those of us that look like me, why do we have to carry our passports around?
So you think that U.S. citizens could be arrested under SB 4?
Yes.
The Republican authors of the bill said there was no need to safeguard the measure against racial profiling.
racial profiling is against the law anyway.
Texas has not determined the cost of SB 4. Some county governments fear it's an unfunded mandate.
We don't agree with the cost that's being shifted over to our local taxpayers.
30 former immigration judges issued a statement saying the measure is not lawful because immigration is plainly a federal function. Texas Republican Senator Brian Birdwell voted against the measure, saying it's unconstitutional.
We are setting a terrible precedent for the future by invalidating our obedience and faithfulness to our Constitution.
I believe SB 4 is completely constitutional.
For Americans outside of Texas,
Representative Wally
warns SB 4 could be used to overturn the U.S. Supreme Court ruling on Arizona's 2012 so-called Show Your Papers law, which upheld that immigration is a federal function.
This is their roadmap now that they have a much favorable Supreme Court.
It's not in conflict with the precedent set in Arizona versus U.S.
You always judge a Mexican restaurant by their tortillas.
As for Wally, who lost the fight against the law, but was one of the strongest voices against it.
It fills me with pride because I've had elderly people today tell me that they were proud that somebody stood up for them, stood up for somebody who didn't have a voice.
The Mississippi Department of Public Safety Commissioner Sean Tindall has announced upcoming executive staff changes. The former Special Assistant to the Attorney General of the Civil Litigation Divisions, Chad Williams, will be the new Chief Legal Counsel. Finance Director Liza Hammett has obtained Deputy Commissioner of Finance and Administration, and Captain Tad Pitts earned the promotion to Major and will become the Deputy Commissioner of External Affairs. These staff changes will go into effect on January 1st, 2024.
The city of Gulfport has issued an emergency road closure due to a sewer cave-in. Residents and businesses in the area from Tea Garden Road between Silver Lane to Township Road and South Street are affected. White, Perry, South Railroad, and 16th Street, as well as Courthouse Road, will serve as a detour route. This area is expected to reopen on December 29th by 3:30. With Christmas a week away, Waste Pro has announced an update for their garbage collection. Garbage will not be collected on Christmas Day or New Year's Day due to the holiday schedule. Services will run a day behind schedule for the remainder of those weeks.
All right,
and earlier tonight, the Polar Experience took place at Traintastic in Gulfport.
Guests were able to experience train rides and many Christmas activities for the family.
Many were dressed in festive pajamas while drinking hot chocolate. The event also handed out keepsake bells and closed out with the playing of the Polar Express. And if you are still in need of a Christmas tree, the Walmart in D'Iberville is giving them away for free. You do not need to check them out, so they will go fast. This only applies to live trees, not artificial. Coming up, Jeff will have another look at the weather when we come back.
Plus, we had this week's Megan Monday. We head to the Beau Rivage to meet a man who is in the holiday spirit.
Stick around after this quick timeout for a play of the day that you'll have to see twice to believe.
And before we head to break, it's time for our daily poll. Do you think your friends, or well, the opposite of that, do your friends think you're a good singer? Yes, no, or maybe sometimes?
I would have to say no for me, but I would probably say yes to some of my friends.
I said yes earlier, and now Lori's going to make me sing after the show.
Make Trey sing and vote.
Thankfully, the mics will be cut, so y'all won't have to hear it.
Yeah, we'll see about that. You can vote by going to our website, WXXV25.com, and clicking on the WXXV vote link in the news drop-down menu, or use the QR code on your screen.
You're watching WXXV News 25 with Lori, Trey, Jeff, and Jevin. WXXV News 25. And now, your weather authority.
Thanks for staying with us. I want to talk about surface analysis.
Oh, God.
Oh,
whoa.
Yeah. I'm just kidding.
Woo! Look at the Tiger Woods.
If you're just now joining us for the first time ever, me and him were joking about surface analysis like a couple weeks ago. Oh, and so now I want Jeff Vorick to talk about surface analysis, whatever that is.
Hit us with it, big dog.
I need to do that on another night because I have about 2 minutes to get through this.
That's fine.
I got about 2 minutes to get through this now, or else my producer will be yelling at me in my ear. But hey, here's what we have for you right now across the region. Temperatures, yeah, it is cold to our north. 48 right now, though, here in Gulfport. 56, New Orleans being the warm spot on the map. There are some spots north of us with 30s on the map, and yeah, dew points show you. Let me get my clicker to work. There we go. That's better. Off to our north, you see lower dew points. That's evident of a cold front that's moving in, not necessarily being analyzed all that well. But bottom line, it's going to be cold tonight. 35 degrees, clear skies. That combined with, I say, relatively light, not gusting winds means temperatures will plummet. Some frost concerns or a freeze inland, but not thinking that's a widespread issue out the door tomorrow. It's still going to be cool during the day, but it will be breezy. Temperatures will be about 5 to 10 degrees below seasonal normals. Northeast winds 8 to 12 miles per hour, gusting 10 to 20 miles per hour rather in the afternoon will be noteworthy. Jalen Ford atop the Gold Nugget showing you winds are certainly elevated off the deck, but a nice view from East Biloxi. Mississippi Power Doppler remains dry. Off to our north is where high pressure sits. Reinforcing shot of cold air is not necessarily being analyzed on this, but as high pressure moves in, that's going to shape the forecast for the next few days. Its wind flow will control what's moving into our region, and cold temperatures out the door tomorrow certainly on the table. But by the afternoon, mid to upper 50s, sure thing. Clouds do start to move in. What that could mean is temperatures won't tank quite as much overnight. Tuesday into Wednesday, it's still cold, but listen, glass half full mentality here. We try to take what we can, right? More clouds by Wednesday. I'm going a few clouds just simply due to the fact there'll be upper level clouds. But as those winds shift, you start to get more of a southerly flow, more moisture recovery. That's right. Chances of above average rainfall very much on the table around the Christmas holiday, with the potential for 2 to 3 inches of rainfall as we push towards the extended forecast. But for now, cold starts the next couple of mornings. Sunny skies give way to a few clouds by Wednesday into Thursday. That's all I have for you. We'll be right back with more news after the break. Well, WXXV Sports Director Javin McCoskey spent his Sunday at the Caesars Superdome catching the New Orleans Saints game against the New York Giants.
Indeed he did. He joins us from the Dome for your latest Saints report.
I'm WXXV Sports Director Jevin McCoskey coming to you from the Superdome, where the New Orleans Saints just defeated the New York Giants 24-6. All credit goes to the defense in this one. The defensive line coming up with 6 big sacks. After the game, players spoke on how big that was for the Saints to get the victory.
Yeah, I mean, I think it really just comes down to people doing their job, and that's what everyone did today. You know, there's no more than that. The coaches obviously do a great job putting in game plans every week for us, and today we just did a really good job of executing everyone.
The defense shined, but Derek Carr may have had his best game in a Saints jersey on Sunday. The quarterback threw for 3 touchdowns in the win over the Giants, and head coach Dennis Allen knows in order for the Saints to get where they want to be, they will need Carr to play it to his potential. But he also knows that it's a total team effort.
They were 2 of 16 on third down, so I thought that was a big factor in the game. I thought our red zone offense, again, we were 2 of 2 down there in the red area. So, some things that we said we needed to get better at and improve on, we've done that.
Running back Alvin Kamara reached the 1,000-yard mark for the season on Sunday, but the veteran knows there is still work to be done. When asked about the quick turnaround for the Saints' Week 16 matchup against the Rams on Thursday in L.A., his answer, it was simple.
I'm a pro. I've been doing it 7 years. It ain't nothing. It's just regular schedule programming. We got Thursday night, so we'll go get ready.
Well, the New Orleans Saints weren't the only football team in action over the weekend, as a few local high school stars suited up to play in the Mississippi-Alabama All-Star Game at the University of Southern Miss on Saturday. 6 local high school student athletes took the field in the yearly All-Star contest, a chance to showcase their ability against the best Mississippi and Alabama has to offer. Getting things started was St. Martin's Norrell White, who gets the big connection downfield to set up Mississippi inside enemy territory. That pass would help set up this touchdown run from quarterback Trey and make it a 10-7 ball game with Alabama up early in the second quarter. If you're going to talk about the best players in the state of Mississippi, you have to mention Picayune's Jamonte Waller. Here, the Auburn commit stays in the play and comes up with a big sack to help get Mississippi the ball back. Per usual, Waller was all over the field in this one. Fourth quarter now, Team Mississippi's trailing 28-10 when Petty connects with Meridian's Daniel Hill in the end zone to make it a 9-point game, but that's as close as they would get as Alabama came out on top, winning 28-17. After the game, a few Coast stars spoke on the opportunity a game like this is for local talent.
It's cool, man. I've been hanging with my future teammates all week. It's just a great experience. It's all laughing games, no hard feelings, and it's on to the next level. It was real fun. It was once in a lifetime. Everybody came up together as a team real quick and played football. It's an honor. It's an honor. I just want to thank God for blessing me, with all my talent, all my skill, and I'm just honored for real. That's all I can say.
Oh, it's a very good experience. Knowing that a lot of good players that's in the NFL right now played in this game, it's a good experience.
The New Orleans Pelicans were on the road in San Antonio and coming off their highest point total for the year in their previous game. First quarter action, Pels up big early. Trey Murphy attacks the rim with bad intentions and throws down the thunderous slam to extend the lead to 17 points. A minute left in the half, Spurs fighting to stay in the game, and Victor Wembanyama from downtown. Not every day you see a 7'4" basketball player move the way he does. It's almost not fair. Brandon Ingram says, but look, anything you can do, I can do better, as he drills the 3 from the wing to extend the lead back to double figures heading into the half. Third quarter now, and Zion Williamson says, let me get in the highlights with the post up. Spins away from his defender and finishes with the reverse layup. But if you thought that play was smooth, check this one out as Williamson fakes the post up, spins off his defender, and once again skies high for the alley-oop slam dunk to put the Pels up 24. This one was just never close. In the fourth quarter now, CJ McCollum lines one up from long range and drills the triple. I said this one wasn't close, and the final score proves it as the Pelicans win 146-110 and set a new season high for total points scored. From the Superdome, I'm Jevin McCoskey, WXXV News 25.
And now, the play of the day. Brought to you by Cannon Motors of Mississippi.
Today's play of the day comes out of the recent Ole Miss men's basketball game. Jamin Brakefield reads the passing lane perfectly, gets the steal, and goes coast to coast for the fast break slam dunk. The Rebels are one of only 4 teams who remain unbeaten at 10-0, and on Monday made the AP Top 25, coming in at number 25. Ole Miss will head back to the SIP where they will welcome Troy on Tuesday. That's going to do it for sports. Stick around after this quick timeout for more from WXXV News 25.
Authority. Brought to you by Southern Charm Furniture, where quality and design matter.
Heads up on the water. Winds do pick up overnight tonight with a cold front that's moving through. Small craft advisories in effect until 9 a.m. tomorrow. That will be because of those winds. Likely small craft caution headlines pushing through portions of the day into your Tuesday. Your Mississippi Power extended forecast has a cold one the rest of this week. 35 tonight, 36 degrees tomorrow night. Clouds moving in may offset some cooling tomorrow night, but inland spots will likely fall to the freezing point both nights. As we push through the end of the week, temperatures gradually moderate, heading towards the weekend. More moisture, and we have an approaching storm system. As we get towards the Christmas Eve and Christmas Day holidays, unfortunately, it looks like rain will be upon us. We do need the rain, yes, but showers and thunderstorms on the holidays are not necessarily ideal.
It's now time for Megan Monday.
This week, Megan Gray is introducing us to a man at the Bow who works to give back to his community.
Megan Monday, sponsored by Gray's Furniture Galleries.
As we head closer to Christmas, we wanted to introduce you to someone who understands the true meaning of the season. Beau Rivage security guard Orville Gale gives his time, his money, and his talents to help those less fortunate in our community, like delivering meals on Thanksgiving that he cooked himself. Now he's getting ready to deliver gifts for Christmas. Let's meet OG.
The change in life started back in 2020. The pandemic pushed me a little further to do it. I've been giving back pretty much all my life, but the pandemic pushed me a little bit more out there to spread my love more wider to people who need it the most. The organization, we actually give back to the struggling family, especially children. And when it comes on to school supplies and food, we want to make sure the kids stay in school. And we're out there, we feed the homeless, and we make sure we provide aid for people who really need it the most. The best part is helping. The best part is, I'm telling you, when you can help someone and you can go to bed at night and you can smile going to bed, you know you put a smile on someone's face. Blanket and clothing. The Beau Rivage gave us 45 blankets to donate towards the homeless. That is a great thing, and that's why I have to love the Beau Rivage, because if I ask for something, they never told me no. Distribution going to be in Gulfport and Biloxi, and so we don't want to do Biloxi alone, and we don't want to do Gulfport alone. We got to spread the love all over. We got 7 children who we're going to put a lot of smile on their face, and like I said, we got tablet, we got laptop, we got bicycle, we got clothes. Some people won't buy a child a cell phone, but I believe when you're old enough to go to school, I believe you need a cell phone. Working at the Beau Rivage helped me funding my charity. When I tell a lot of people, I start my organization with my own money. I borrowed from the 401k. And a lot of people, say, why would you do that? But something I love. And so I do what I got to do. I work a lot of hours here, just for funded and help people.
In addition to the Thanksgiving meals and Christmas gifts, OG, through his Changing Lives Foundation, also helps people throughout the year. He is truly one of a kind.
Since it's National Hard Candy Day, I say we celebrate by eating some Jolly Ranchers. Jeff has green, he has red,
green.
and I have blue.
Woo!
Probably shouldn't eat these before bed, but whatever.
Oh, we will.